Hi, beautifully polished. This is Debbie. I want to give you guys a minute in case anyone's hopping on their lunch hour. Gosh, I'm so glad that I got to actually do live training today. If you recall, 1 week ago, it was our big Facebook crash in the world where Facebook was not working, so I couldn't come live, and we had to do a recorded video. So it is noon on Wednesday, and yesterday was our spring launch, which is super, super exciting. I know I got my nails. I hope that you guys ordered them too. I can't wait to introduce them at my events I have this coming up weekend. So, and can't wait to see what customers say when they see all these new and exciting nails that we have. Okay, so I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I know some of you could be on lunch hours and some of you may be catching the replay of this. So today I want to talk with you guys about how you make yourself stand out above all the other Color Street stylists out there. You know, we're coming up in June on our 2-year anniversary. So when I first started, of course, it was really easy. Nobody had heard of Color Street. Easy and not easy, because I guess that also made it a little hard because they would kind of walk past you because they had no idea what you were talking about. Well, now people have heard of Color Street. It still is a very untapped market, but you know, people have heard of it. So why should they come to you? Why should this person come and stick with you? So that's a good question. What can you do to make yourself stand out from all the other Color Street stylists out there? Of course, there's no perfect answer, but today I'd like to point out some different ideas of things you could do that could help strengthen your business. So one key thing, which I know many of you are aware of, is customer service. Exceptional customer service, you guys. The sales industry in general lacks follow-up. I mean, when you go to the mall and buy something, they're not calling to check and see how your order was. I go to other in-home parties, and I don't hear back from those consultants. Think about that. Be the consultant that they hear back from. Or I might hear back from him, but it might just be their general email newsletter that comes out for their company. But how often are they getting a personalized phone call? How often do you get a personalized phone call from somebody? My guess is probably not very often. So change the game here, you guys. You should be calling your customers to thank them after every event or party that you have. I know that we've talked about it before, but if you haven't heard of it, there's an expression called the 222, following up with your customers 2 days after the event, just to say thank you. Calling them again 2 weeks later to see if they've tried their nails, how they like it, make sure everything's going good, and then asking permission for that 2-month check-in. Hey, it's been a couple months, just curious. That's where you can kind of feel them out, see if they need anything else. Follow-up phone calls, you guys, are a must. You have to do follow-up phone calls if you want to maintain your customers. They don't want to hear from you just when there's a new launch coming out. So if you hadn't talked to your customers from the day they ordered and you all of a sudden sent an email yesterday saying you have a new launch without any contact in between, you might get a couple orders. But my guess is if you have been following up in between there to check in on them, you probably are going to get more orders than you would if you just send it out every time there's a new launch. Now, think about if you even took this a step further. So further than just that phone call, what if you did a handwritten note after every event to every new customer that you had, saying something like this? Oh my gosh, you know, dear Jenny, thank you so much for your Color Street order and supporting my small business that allows me to stay home with my kids. Now remember, this is me because I stay home with my kids. I truly appreciate you. The greatest gift you could give me is the gift of a referral. So please feel free to pass these samples out to 2 friends, and I would be honored to be their Color Street stylist as well. You drop them the note with a couple twosies in that note. Now think of what that could do for your business if you did that for every new customer you got at an event and at a nail bar. That's a lot of customers, and then if they pass those 2 samples out, think of all the people you could potentially be touching. Taking the time for that handwritten note is a big difference maker, you guys. We don't get handwritten notes very often these days. Everything is, you know, you send them a quick text, you send them a messenger. A handwritten note tells them you took the time to say thank you. and it's going to go a long way. So make sure, of course, you got to get their address and stuff if you're an event. If they place an order through the back office, you're going to have that. So kind of on a side organizational and time management note, if this is something you think you would want to do, what I would do is spend an hour one day, or recruit, if you have a kid with nice printing, handwrite a bunch of these written notes so you have them ready. So when you come home from your nail bar, you know, you have 10 guests, you grab 10 of those notes, you address it with their name. Now, you know, that's how you want to personalize it. So make sure, of course, you have the right pen that you use the original time, and you personalize it, put the twosies in there, and get it sent out. But that way it saves you time, so you're not doing so much after the event. Just spend one afternoon making a bunch of them. Okay, that was my side note. So you don't want to make customers feel like they're just another number to you, that they're just there, you got their order, and you're done with them. You want to make them feel like they are the most important person to you that day. So along with your customers, I also want you to think of your hostesses. Hostesses are really, really important, as you guys know. If it's not for our hostesses, we wouldn't be having all of our nail bars. So you're treating them like queens, or I guess kings if you happen to have a guy hostess. I personally haven't had a guy hostess yet. You want to put their needs before yours. This party is about them. So it's not how much money you're going to make, but it's about how much free product they're going to get and what a great night they're going to have with their friends. To some hostesses, really the free product isn't even what's driving them to have the party, but it's just that they want their friends to have fun. So you want to make sure their friends are having fun, and you want to make sure you are creating exactly what that hostess visualizes for her party. So you're going to start by sending them, again, a handwritten note with samples, catalogs, order forms, and that free set of nails that she gets to wear. Then you're going to be checking in with her throughout the process, getting excited, getting her excited. After the party, you're going to follow up with another handwritten note thanking her for an amazing party. At the party, you are going to make her feel like $100. You are complimenting her in front of her friends. You're thanking her in front of her friends. When her friends leave, you're complimenting what a great group of women they were, and you can talk about different things throughout the party of what you thought went well. You want to make her feel like she is your best hostess ever. Even if she has a bad turnout, you're not going to make her feel bad. You are going to reassure her that it's not about her, that it's not about you, it is all about her. All right? So that kind of leads me to compliments. Just a second, I was just taking, okay. Just reading those. Good. Nikki, you say you do that? I always forget to wear my glasses, so it's hard for me to read those those comments. You are complimenting. Okay, so compliments. I want to go into that. So you are complimenting your customers and your hostesses. If they're posting their nail fees, you are thanking them. You're complimenting them about you're asking them. You're making conversation. You know, if they're going on a public page and they want to show you their nails, you know, on that public page, make sure you are saying something to them. If you see them in public, you better, and they come up to you and show you their nails, make a big deal about it, you guys. You want to make sure that they are feeling good about what you are doing with them. So if you're in person, let's say you're working with somebody, you're networking with that person in person, you want to make sure, whether it's a nail bar, whether it's just out in public, a smile. I know it seems simple, but you guys, a smile goes a very long way. I know I've said this before, but you know, you've got to keep a positive attitude. That was our whole training last week, is that positive attitude. If you show excitement for your nails and your business, and if someone asks you about your nails or your business, and you're like this, and oh, thanks, or oh gosh, yeah, it's all right. I don't know. I could be doing a lot more with it. I don't know. My nails don't really look good. Why would they want to come to you? That's so boring. That's dull. Why in the world would that person want to shop with you? Your attitude is contagious. If they come up to you and say, oh, I like your nails. Oh my gosh, it's Color Street. Like this set of nails. I love this set of nails. I've been wearing wearing blues and turquoises all week because I'm just thrilled about our new set. So of course I'm going to be excited when someone tells me about it. happy attitudes, positive attitudes are contagious, you guys. People want to be around happy people. So make yourself stand out from everybody else by having that positive attitude, that excitement, that this is the greatest thing. So if you're having a really bad day, you probably aren't going to want to go around and start talking to people about the business in general, right? So pick the days you're making the phone calls to your customers, or pick the days, you know, that you're feeling good. So if you're in a bad mood and you're on your way to a nail bar, you better figure out how to get yourself out of that, because you're going to go in that nail bar with just not a great attitude, and so you're not giving your best. So figure out how to work through that and get into that nail bar so you can be the best version of yourself. Follow through. You guys, follow through is huge. No matter what you are telling your customers, I don't care if it's, oh, I'll give you a call in a couple weeks and let you know to see how it is, or hey, I'll send you a sample, or hey, you guys are going to go live today at 5 o'clock. I don't care what you tell them, but whatever you tell them, you have to follow through. You've got to be building your trust with your customers. And if you say, oh, I'll send you a sample, and you don't, why would they believe you the next time? If you tell them, hey, I'll call you in a couple weeks to see how things are going, and you don't, again, you want them as your customer, but you also want them to refer you to other people. They are not going to refer you to somebody else if you keep making promises that aren't being held, that you're not following through on. So I don't care what it is. Don't, like with my kids, when I think of them when they were little, I was very, very good in not every area, but one area I know that I was good about was I never gave them empty threats. I never said, if you don't do this, this is going to happen. Whenever I did something like that, I made sure it was something I knew I wanted to follow through on. So I would never threaten, if you don't go do this, we're not going to go to the park today. If I knew I wanted to go to the park, I was not going to put that in front of them. So I made sure, like I said, I wasn't great in every parenting area, but that was one thing I always knew from the very beginning. Whatever I threatened or I said was going to happen, I made sure. And that's the same with my customers. I'm not going to tell them, hey, I'm going to give you a call if I know darn well I'm going to be on vacation in a week and I can't call them. So just whatever you promise, follow through to build that trust. Then you've got to listen. Set yourself above and beyond everybody else. Listening is a very hard skill that a lot of people are not good at. A lot of people, especially at a nail bar, and I get it, your mind is thinking of 100 things in a nail bar, isn't it? I mean, you are thinking of, oh my gosh, what if somebody does this? What if somebody does that? I'm paranoid about this. You know, and your mind is in 100 places. But you've got to try to focus. If you are talking with a customer or you're talking with your hostess at a nail bar, you've got to hone in on what they're telling you. You have to give your attention and listen. If you're at an event and you're talking with a person, listen to what they're telling you. And you know what you want to do? You turn around and you hurry and jot some notes down. If you're closing out with a person at a nail bar and you're engaging in that conversation, whatever you've talked about with that person throughout the night, jot it down on their order form. Jot it down on their lead slip at an event. Because the more things you can remember about that person that you're going to put back on them in a future phone call, now again, you've built their trust and you've built just the type of person that you are, that you literally you listen. How many times have you done a follow-up phone call and you've been able to say, oh yeah, weren't you going on vacation in California? And they go, oh my gosh, you remember that? Because people don't listen, you guys. So be the person to listen and to remember. And no, you're probably not going to remember it if you don't write it down. You think you will, but that I know for sure, my age, I don't. So I take notes, and so I can remember. Even if it's, hey, let me get your contact, and hurry, add something in your contact in the line that's supposed to be like the address. Type something in real quick that's going to jog your memory. So make sure you listen. So think about one of your follow-up phone calls if you have been listening. You know, you call them up, hey, Jenny, this is Debbie from Kim's Party. I just wanted to call and check in. I know you had a lot on your mind at the party because you were, having a new kitchen remodeled. So I just want to know how it's coming. I bet it looks great. So with all that going on, have you had a chance to try your new nail strips? And she's going to go, oh my gosh, how in the world did she remember I was getting my kitchen done? And right there, you just built a really good connection with her. That she's going to say, wow, I can't believe she'd remember that. And that's going to make her want to stay with you. All right. Something else you can do it nail bars too is getting their wish list. Find out what else they want so you can reach back out to them later in one of your follow-up phone calls. So then you can use that list. So, you know, when you call them back, you say, hey, Kim, I know you loved that set of Highlands Houndstooth and you just couldn't pick, you know, you couldn't add it in because you did the buy three, get one, and that was going to be an extra set. Well, I wanted to let you know that that's on our Wow Supplies last list right now. So if you're still thinking about it, you know, now could be your last chance ordering it. Or maybe it's going to be something like, hey, Jenny, I know you had your heart set on Miami Beach for that upcoming trip you had to Florida. I just wanted to check in to see if you were ready to get that because I know you go to California or Florida in a couple weeks. So again, you are remembering what they're telling you. So that wish list is a great way to give you an easy in a conversation when you do a follow-up phone call. All right. One great way to be servicing and keeping in touch with customers outside of, you know, we can do these phone calls, we can do handwritten letters, but another great aspect we have is, or avenue is Facebook and social media. I know some people are not on social media, but those of you who are, it really is an amazing tool. You know, there's a lot of things that are annoying about social media, but there's a lot of great things too. It's like a free way to go advertise your business, right? So I want you to think of these avenues as ways of promoting your business. So they're public forums. So you need to take that in consideration. A phone call, you're talking one-on-one. When you do any type of, you know, stuff through social media, you are now entering yourself into a public forum. You are not just selling Color Street here, but you're selling yourself. So you need to think about that with when you're posting, how you're posting, what you're doing. So we'll talk about that a little bit. People are watching you. They're watching what you do. So along with all the other Color Street people out there, what are you doing, again, in this public forum that's making you stand out differently? You can have both a business page. A lot of us have personal pages, but within Color Street, you can also have a business page, and then a lot of people have a private VIP group. So again, a business page is going to be a public page for you. So this has been said many times, but watch what you post. Do not be controversial. Don't talk about politics. If something bad just happened in the world, don't start ranting and raving about something like that. You guys, you want to think about your audience in general. And if you have this passion about one of these controversial topics, maybe put it on your personal page or that, you know, something. But if you're attaching it to your business on this business page, I would really try to keep that stuff. I mean, I keep that stuff out of all of my areas, out of every different group I'm in, but that's just me. I don't really like to discuss things that can be controversial because I don't really like conflict. So some key factors here to make yourself stand out among other people in social media. Make sure you're commenting. Again, if people are posting their nail fees, or if they're asking a question or they're posting in your page, then you want to make sure you're putting something in the comments. You want to ask questions back to them to engage in conversation. The whole purpose of social media is engagement and relationship building. So you want to be building relationships with these people by asking them questions to carry on a conversation back and forth among your comments. You know, you want to also be engaging on their posts. You might want to spend, I don't know, 5 to 8 minutes a day where you are just going in social media and commenting on other people's things. Doesn't have to even be a current customer, but just go in there and you talk to other people through social media, because again, they want to hear from you. They don't want to just always be seeing you. They want to see that you're seeing their stuff too. So take the time to go in and follow up on some of their stuff too. In your VIP page, this is a private group. So this is where you have a little bit more flexibility, where you can offer specials or things like that for them to take advantage of. So this is where you guys have fun with it. In both groups, be yourself. But I know sometimes in a closed group, you feel a little bit more freedom to really be yourself. Maybe you're going to put on costumes or be silly or dance, and you may not feel quite that comfortable in your public group, you know, on your business page. So choose what you feel comfortable with, but the biggest thing is be you. Be authentic, be genuine. Be honest. Well, I guess honest if you are not offending somebody, but with your Facebook group, with your VIP group, this is where you can do kind of extra things. We're not allowed to do any type of discounts or anything or specials on the public page. So here's where you can kind of service different customers in a different way. So things to think about. Are you offering them, are you telling them about the new nails coming out? Are you giving them sneak peeks and treating them special? Hey, let me tell you about these new nails. I'm only going to show you guys these early. Are you, telling them the launch dates earlier than it's going public? Do you tell them when out of stocks are back in? Do you send them twosies for different things? Do you have any type of referral club? Meaning like if they refer someone to you who makes purchases or that signs up, do you, keep a punch card or anything where you can keep track of that and do something special for them? It doesn't even have to be something, a gift. If nothing else, though, you better thank them and you better send them a card if they send you somebody who ends up becoming a customer or a stylist. So referrals are huge. A birthday club, do you do anything special? Do you send them a card for their birthday? Do you offer them a special discount or twosies? Or, maybe you go to the dollar store and buy little presents that you send out. Do you do anything special for them in there? Do you thank them every time they place an order? If they're a repeat customer, don't drop that thank you because they're a repeat customer. If they're a friend, don't drop that thank you because they're a friend. Because your friend could have another friend start to sign up, or your friend just might get bored with it or simply say she doesn't even care. I'm not ordering from her anymore. Friends need to be thanked too. Do you compliment them on their choices? Oh my gosh, I love that set. That's going to look so pretty, out this summer. I love the color blue. I love wearing blue. That's going to look great, if you like wearing that color too. Do you do Nelfie drawings where if they post Nelfies in your page throughout the month, do you do a drawing where they can win something? And if they are posting Nelfies, are you thanking them and complimenting them? Are you doing engaging posts in your VIP page where you get to find out about them? It's not just about you again. Are you offering them questions where they can have fun? People like talking. And I've noticed when I do those fun, engaging ones about, Bitmojis and things like that, people love it and they love commenting on there. That's a great way to engage people. So in both areas, whether it's the business page or the VIP page, again, be you, be genuine. Live videos, those are a great way for people to get to know you, you guys. Again, you may feel more comfortable in your group because you might be sillier than you were. But if silly isn't you and it's serious, I know on my business page, I kind of do more serious topics on my business page. Sometimes I do sillier in my VIP page. It just depends. But post on topics that are close to your heart that mean something to you. People want to see who you are and get to know you. Sometimes they're attracted to start watching you from something that is non-Color Street related, but they end up coming to you because of Color Street because they've been watching your other stuff and then they become intrigued about this Color Street. So Color Street may not be attracting these people to you. They may be attracted to you for all different reasons, but then Color Street ends up getting woven into that relationship. So be social and build those relationships. So I want you to think about the different ideas that I gave today. And I want you to think about what you are currently doing and what you think you could put into practice, what you think that you could get better at. But no matter what you choose, you guys, you want to get better at it. And you want to, like I said, no matter what it is, you want to make sure you're following through on it. So whether it's, hey, I'm going to do a birthday club, don't say you're going to do it and then not do it. Maybe it's going to be improving your thank you letters. If you're going to do it, then you stick to it. Get really good at it. So it just becomes a habit and something that you're doing all the time with your business. All right? So pick out what you're going to do. Work on all those things with your customers and get out there and make yourself stand out among all the other Color Street stylists out there. So thank you guys for joining today, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck with all of your spring nail bars with these exciting new nails. Have a great day.